sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12 and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The Cowboys at 4-8 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
46.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Prescott to throw it. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up the man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going to try and throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Darren Waller. 30 yards. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Cowboys nothing.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make...
And Prescott, his third interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Cowboys nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys make over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
Touchdown, Cowboys! And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. The slot man in motion right. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19. 19 right.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Ready up. 17. 60.
Now back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. One play. 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to air one out. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Prescott on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the red zone now, Prescott. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going up top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Carolina. 57 yards. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they built that trust. That's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flushed out right. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Gonna need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, to pick on the opening drive. Second drive, not much better. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Hines is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Panthers 56, Cowboys 28.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys make over first down at their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds Ross right side. It's complete.
Let's go now.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
18, right here. 70 Ranger.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but with self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Prescott on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And again, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
19 right. Hurry, 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 hurry.
They'll set up to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
First down,
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw again. Back to the same target, Campbell. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
fair catch, remaining 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throw left side, complete to Ross. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Carolina, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to get back